this lesson, students will analyze the roles and responsibilities of parenting and develop skills for safety in the day-to-day life of an infant child.
Welcome to Baby Boot Camp. This is the place where everything you thought you knew about babies is about to be turned upside down. So, now you see in front of you, you have a baby. This is your little cadet. He has finished his mission into coming into the world. It is now your mission to successfully care for him.
For task 1, it is getting your child safely into a car seat.
Oh, did y'all hear that? Yes! That's how you know your child is safely in the car seat.
And then you put it in.
Okay. So I'm going to walk around and look at the straps on your baby.
Because this is a code red safety hazard if not done right, we must ensure that we do it properly. We follow these guidelines that the camp has assembled. We 1. Make sure all straps are buckled and are in the right position. 2. Make sure the base is installed correctly. And 3. Make sure the car seat is positioned in the car correctly. If done correctly, then these parents will be upgraded to sergeants.
Now that you've gotten all your straps on, can someone tell me one reason why this would be a very important thing? Yes, Courtney.
So, if you've ever gotten a car crash, your baby would be safe and enclosed.
Enclosed. So that's why your straps are in a good place. Anyone else? Nice. Yes.
In case the baby falls asleep, it won't feel uncomfortable.
Good, good. So the next one is the position of the car seat. Has anyone heard of rear facing?
Yes.
Yes. Can anyone tell me why this is important? No? Well, rear facing is when your baby is just like this. So say this was the front of the car, your baby is facing the back. Because if you were to get in a car accident, what is going to happen? Everything goes forward and then yanks back. Right. So if your baby is rear facing, there's a less chance of any head trauma or anything collapsing onto the baby.
Task 2 is choosing safe toys for an infant child.
When picking up toys, what's one big thing we're looking for?
Choking hazard.
Choking hazard. What poses as a choking hazard for you? Small things. So was there anything in your bag that was not acceptable?
Each student was given a diaper bag with toys and any necessities they needed for this lesson.
That doll.
This little doll.
This little doll. So this little doll, 1, you can tell not built right. It's not out of the right materials, it's wooden. Easy to come off. You can break this, it can swallow it. The clothes, it's not an acceptable toy for an infant to be playing with. So that brings us to our step 2. The other thing you need to look for is the material of the toy. Your safety toys, you can tell they're soft. They're easy to rub up against. They're not toy hulks. Okay? Your baby should not be playing with any hard toys that could fall, that could hurt them, scratch them in any way. Alright, and the next thing that you need to look for is the pieces of it. Alright, and the age appropriateness.
Now that all students have chosen the right and safe toys, they are now promoted to lieutenants. Task 3 in our boot camp is feeding the baby.
Moving on to food. Who can tell me 2 of the most common ways to feed a baby?
With the bottle.
With a bottle. What's the other one? Janelle?
Breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding. So, we do have a breast pump, and it stings, but for safe timekeeping and the obvious reasons, we're going to make a bottle. So, this is formula. You can find it at Target, Kroger, Walmart, anything.
As a new parent, there are a few ground rules to feeding and burping than a new baby. When we take a look at this, we notice there are many different ways to do so.
If you look in your backpack, you have a bottle. Alright, so who can tell me the steps to making a bottle?
Let's go.
Jennifer?
Heat up the water first and measure how much water.
Alright, so how would you heat up the water?
And microwave it.
Microwave it. What's another way?
And hot water.
Boil it on the stove, right? Well, not boil it, but put it on the stove.
Are there like bottle warmers?
There are bottle warmers.
Or you could just buy, they sell baby water, so you can do that too.
Baby water. Very good. So, Isabel's team.
We then talked about the do's and don'ts of feeding a baby and the different types of ways to do so. As they completed this, each student is now ranked as a captain and went to the next level of baby boot camp.
Feeding it, what's the next step?
Burping.
Burping. So, one of your teammates who's raising the child, please grab the child. And you're
As a new parent, we went through the guidelines on burping a baby and how to do it. As they move through the ranks, they are now ranked as captains.
So, flexible. You would hold your baby's head. You hold your baby's neck, because what is infant's baby's neck? And you would.
For the code red task 4, bath time, we must learn how to properly do it.
Okay, who can tell me what this is?
A bath for
A bath?
babies.
A baby bathtub.
A baby bath.
Correct. So, something about this that most of them don't have is it has a little temperature thing, so when the water runs, it can tell you the temperature. Another thing is maybe sticking your elbow in it or just running your hand. You know, some of us are used to hot water, so maybe like, be a little generous when thinking of that when running the baby.
Each student then fills in the blanks in their baby booklet as we go along with the do's and don'ts of bathing.
Anything like that. You want to go for something sensitive. You're not going to use your Dove body wash on your baby. There is Dove baby soap, but you want to use baby soap. Lots of this is non-scent or non-teary is the biggest one because if it gets in their eyes, it's not good at all. So, I have a few rags up here. Which one would I use on my infant baby?
As they learn the do's and don'ts, they are now ranked as majors in this baby boot camp.
The biggest thing, your baby is sensitive. It just came into this world. It's not used to the harsh chemicals or the hard material of everything. So when you're washing a baby, there's some ground rules you need to follow, which is
The students then learned the 3 guidelines to baby boot camp's rule of bathing. They learned 1, that we need to watch the material of the soap and towels that we use when bathing a child. We also need to look at the water temperature and the location of the bath. I would say these students are ready to be majors. Task 5 is all about the mission of diapering and clothing the newborn baby.
lay something down very softly for your baby to lay on. Maybe a diaper changing table, or there's different mats you can have. I'm just going to use this super comfy one. Alright, so each of you should have a diaper in y'all's bag. So you have the clothes out, you have the diaper out. Why is it important to have all your supplies out?
So you don't leave the baby alone.
The baby's so if I was like, oh, I forgot the diaper,
Your baby would roll.
is that a good thing to do?
No.
So, number 5 rule of parenting, never leave your baby on the changing table alone. Very dangerous. A lot of things, more can go wrong than right in that situation. All right?
As they learn the do's and don'ts, we're ready to see if they can be colonels in the next level.
Is this a cute outfit for this?
No.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
It's inappropriate for the
It's
baby.
a onesie. The way it feels.
The way it feels? Is this going to fit them?
Probably not.
The way it feels, so the material, the size, none of it's right. And what month is it, guys?
November, but it's
November.
Are we going to put our baby in a swimsuit for November?
No.
No. So that's just always a big thing to keep in mind is the material, the temperature outside, and the size. So can anyone tell me what diaper, how you go look for diapers, what their size is? Weight. Diapers are in weight, guys. So based on your baby's weight, that is the size of diaper it will have. How are onesies or outfits?
Then we went into the different sizes and different stores of where you can buy it. We showed that different brands might carry different sizes for babies based on their month and weight. proved that each student was ready to become a colonel based on their knowledge of how to dress a baby. Now on to diapers.
You're gonna open it up. Do these go in the front or in the back? The back. So how do you do it? Do you just lift your baby? No. You're gonna place it out, make sure it's all right. You should have all your supplies out. Gently lift and put under. And then arrange how you need to bend it over. You put it on, pull the tabs, and stick them on. There should be a little bit of space because your fingers go in between, so that's like
Now we threw a surprise task at them, swaddling a newborn baby.
Everyone has swaddle. Does anyone know how to swaddle a baby? Does anyone know what swaddling is? Okay, so everyone should have a blanket in their bag. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take an end, you're going to drag it down, not all the way. Stop. Alright, you're going to place your baby's neck on the crease. Make sure your baby's laying flat. Okay, now one leg goes up, and one side goes over and under the arm. Make sure it's tight but not tuck it underneath the baby. Now you bring the edge up. Place the arm down. And then go over and tuck in.
It is now bedtime and their last task has come.
Bedtime. How crucial is bedtime for an infant? Very crucial. What are some things that y'all think are very important when putting your baby to sleep?
You don't leave anything in there for the
Emma?
making sure like it's in walls, like so it can't like roll off.
So a crib
Yeah.
of some sort. Isabel?
There's nothing in there.
Nothing in the crib. So the crib's a big part. So step one would be assembling the crib correctly. So make sure to get it checked. There's instructions, but sometimes you can get someone to build it. You can get it built at the stores you buy it at. So just make sure your crib is assembled correctly. This is a pack and play.
We then went over a quick few rules of the do's and don'ts of a crib.
Alright, so making sure it's assembled. So what if I thought my baby was cold and I just threw a blanket in there?
No.
Why? Why is that bad?
They can suffocate in the night.
Okay. That's good. So these are new. They're very cool. They're blankets that zip. So your baby can be zipped in a blanket where it can't suffocate, it can't move out, but it's still warm.
I then had the students tell me some different ways of how to put a baby to sleep and what they thought was the best for them.
So what's wrong with my crib? Can anyone point out what's wrong with my crib besides installment?
Is it locked in place?
It is locked in place.
I don't see anything wrong.
I then pointed out some major mistakes with my crib and the making of it. Then we went over some guidelines that the camp assembled for the safety of a child in a sleeping crib.
Other thing, what's wrong with the pack and play that I have? Why is the base of it not very safe? Because it
They could
moves.
move up under it for Tracy.
It's also not into the thing.
Yeah.
All right, so they can get up underneath it. That's why there's guards on the cribs if they're wooden. So they don't get their head stuck in the wooden thing. So just things like that. Some of those, you need to build those properly, make sure they're simple because you can get into them and stuff like that. So just making sure the crib is installed correctly, the materials in it are comfortable, you can't suffocate into it, and that everything's good with that. And another thing, would I put my baby to sleep in a noisy classroom? No, why?
Won't be able to fall asleep.
So the atmosphere is super important.
If all went right, then these students may put their baby in the crib and become generals.
sleeve. And that means y'all are all generals.
Each student is now supposed to be filling out their baby book and the tasks that they have completed and the 3 steps in doing so.
Alright, so to wrap things up, who can tell me something that they learned from car seat safety? Lindsay?
It has to flip.
Has to click. Alright. Who can tell me something about safe toys?
The size of the toy matters so they can't trip on it.
Size matters.
The material.
The material. Anything about feeding?
Make sure to burp them.
Make sure to burp them.
Make sure the water's not too hot.
Water's not too hot. Anything else? Nope. Alright. So, what about bath time? Any important safety things for bath time?
Water temperature.
Water temperature? Nope. Alright, how about dressing a baby? What did we learn about dressing a baby?
The size of the clothes. Make sure they fit for them.
How do you tell the size? How are clothes?
By age.
months? By age, yes. Anything else? What about diapers?
They're measured in the weight.
As the students finished telling me about what they learned at Baby Boot Camp, I realized that they have all graduated and are fit to take home their little cadet.
Alright, so thank y'all for letting me come. It's been fun.